Hello and happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
Welcome to the very first episode of The Pathway. This is an interview series brought to you by the Martin Orkuma Foundation. We interview professionals, get their career, background, the challenges they faced, and the paths they've taken to modern success. So with me here is my friend, Travis Duffus. Thanks for taking the time to talk
Thank
to
you.
us.
Thank you, sir.
Um, I've not known Travis personally for about 7 to 8 years now. We served together in the same unit. He's a soldier in the U.S. Army. He's also a utility mechanic for Broward County here in Florida. So thanks, Duffus. Thanks for taking the time out to talk to us.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, and I greatly appreciate you giving me this opportunity to share my experience with these younger and upcoming pupils. Um, and if sharing my journey could help either one's pupil student, that's a good feeling.
Okay. So just before we get into it, I mentioned you're a father, you're a soldier, just a worker
Yes.
Broward County.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. My nationality, I'm Jamaican born. Moved there when I was 17 years old. So
Okay.
I've been
Okay.
here a while. Um, a very easygoing, fun person. I love construction. I love working with my hands.
Okay.
I right now we're working on a project. Me and my dad working on a project, so that's a good thing. Uh, yeah, there's a lot more to me, but
Okay.
yeah, I'll get into
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah,
further.
yeah. We'll get into that as we talk. So I mentioned you're a soldier. So what attracted you to the U.S. Army?
I've always wanted to be a soldier. I mean, I grew up seeing soldiers in Jamaica. How they carry themselves,
Okay.
how they dress. Their boots were always shiny.
Yeah.
That's when
Yes.
they were used to wear the black boots and that green army camo. So that was always something that attracted me to being a soldier. And plus, I was brought up with that strong discipline background that the military has. So that was another reason why I wanted to be a soldier, and it's worked out so far.
Okay. Yeah. Like I said, I served with Travis for about 7 years now. I know his work ethic personally. And speaking of that, so you're currently in a position, a platoon sergeant position.
Actually, yes. This AT training event, which is our 2 weeks training event,
Yeah.
as you know. I'm going to be acting platoon sergeant, so I'm going to be in charge of a squad or a platoon of anywhere from 20 to 30 guys. Um, we're going to be doing missions and everything like that. It's going to be a really good time.
Yeah.
We're going to Fort Stewart, Georgia.
Georgia. Yeah.
So
Okay.
we're
Yeah,
looking
I've
forward
been
to
to
that.
Fort Stewart. Yeah.
Looking forward to doing that. And also when you're in that position, you're responsible for everybody that's there. So
That is true.
safety and everything like that wise and issues anything with the family. So that's a pretty big role to be in.
It is. It is. For those of you who don't know about the U.S. Army rank and structure, the platoon sergeant, like you said, you're in charge of 20 to 30 to sometimes 40 people. It's typically a position held by someone like two ranks ahead of you,
Yes.
and so for him holding that position at his rank is testament to his hard work, strong work ethic, and ability to like lead soldiers. So yeah,
Yes.
that's a really good.
Yes, that's a good
That's a
thing.
really good. So that's success right there. That's the kind of success we're trying to bring you, our viewers.
Through discipline and education. It's
That
gonna be discipline and education. That
okay,
was a
okay,
really big thing in moving here. Was actually getting on par with reading, writing, and everything like that. It was more relaxed coming from Jamaica, coming here to school, and then realizing that hey, you're gonna have to do this, and you're gonna need to do that to pass this to advance and stuff like that. So, as you go forward, you're gonna have building blocks or blocks that are setting your path, and it's just overcoming them. And that was one of the obstacles that I had to overcome. So,
okay. So you mentioned discipline and education being like two necessary factors for success,
yes.
as you experienced. So what would you say education is important to future success for a student, a young person?
Yes, I think that's vital to any young person's future success because it's not only just, oh, you need to be educated because you can get a good job, or you need to be educated so you could. It's so you could be more sociable in the world, so you can make better decisions, so you can make a difference in the world as well. So the way how the world is going right now, just going to school and being educated so you can get a good job is it's not enough.
That's
so,
true. That's
so
true. Yeah.
you have to think beyond that. Think what type of contribution can you make through your education or your input to the society
Yeah.
at large.
I was just thinking that I was like, okay, so someone can argue that okay, education is not the only pathway. That there's another path. Like let's use Mark Zuckerberg for instance. He
Mhm.
didn't finish his college degree, but he's a multi-billionaire now.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But at where you look at his pathway, he didn't finish his education, but his craft is in educating,
yeah,
or it has where it's IT. So you have to be have some type of education
that's true to work.
of that level of education to be a Mark Zuckerberg. So a lot of people will look at that and say, "But he didn't finish school, but he was going to school."
Yeah.
Was what was he just realized when he was in school that there's a different pathway. Something that doesn't lay with education would be somebody that's an athlete, and you see how they're plagued with
That's
having
yeah.
to have to conform to after their careers ended, conform because they still have uh, 20 years where they're young and still have to find something else to do and have to go into broadcasting or something now they're looking into. And their career is not solely based on education, but they still have to go to school. So,
Yeah, yeah.
so
Like
yeah.
D-Wade is my favorite player, and now he's into broadcasting. I'm pretty
So
sure he
yeah.
must have taken like courses or things to build up
Yeah,
his career in
that seats, but that's where it is. Where it's like some of them will be lucky enough or be that brand name player, but there are thousands of
That's
athletes
true.
that
That's
comes
true.
out of the
Yeah.
league. That what are you going to do now? They have to now rely on either their business degree or whatever degree they had, or to start making a life for themselves.
Yeah.
So they weren't making the $1 million contracts, so
That's
that's now
true.
something that they have to deal with. And for the more educated ones, it's easy because they can go into or investments or whatever that they had. So they're still using their education because that's what a lot of education does. It gives you that thinking outside the box. That okay, well I'm gonna be smart with my money,
Yeah. Yeah.
because I learned this in business class, so I'm going to invest for when I'm not in the league. So it still works,
Yeah.
and even in sports, even though that's not your main source, it's just they're using your body to make money. But even in sports, education works.
Okay, so speaking about business and investment, I mean personally, I know you're into investment and you've done a lot of investment over the years. So what would you suggest, or what's your take on, not just sticking to the regular paycheck, and diversifying your income? What's your take on that?
That's something that you definitely you have to do if you're thinking about being 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 any type of reckoning force or being an entrepreneur or anything like that. You can't just work your way to the top. Um, yes, there are people that they gone to college, got their internship, and then now they're an executive for a big name company, and basically they work their way to the top. But there is nepotism in that. But as well, what you want to do is when you're working on a 9 to 5, you have something over here that's working, that's bringing you income as well.
Yeah.
And that could be in the form of bitcoins, investments, other business that you have, or the business dealings that you have. It could be a business dealing between you and a partner for renting out an Airbnb, whatever it is. It's something that's
That's
bringing
actually a
you
good one.
income.
Yeah.
That's something that's bringing you income that you're not just earning from actually going out physically working for.
Okay. Okay. So the title of the series is The Pathway. So we're just trying to examine different paths that people took to, or people have taken to become successful now. So what would you say for a young person, a teenager looking to be successful as a soldier or an investor? what would you recommend as a path to success?
I would recommend first is finding something that you're passionate about, something that you love.
Okay.
Finding your I guess they say your niche is important because that that's something that now you don't see yourself find yourself complaining about going to work twice as hard to get to accomplish it. So take for instance, I'm going to use a sports analogy. Basketball, people that they love to play sports, they would play for free, but they're getting paid. But they just actually love. So love, find something that you love to do, and then try to see how you can turn that into making money, or turn that into the pathway to success. If it's not something that, if there's something that you love does not bring that revenue, try to find something that bring that revenue and make that thing something that you love.
Okay.
So if you don't have
solid.
something that you love to make you that money, find something that makes that money and then love it.
Okay, that's solid.
But you have to do something that you love, you absolutely love, and you won't complain, get up every day and complain about going out, getting up at 5 in the morning, going to bed late in the night, and working on what you absolutely love to
Okay.
bring you income, bring you that money.
Okay, okay. So speaking of things that you love, I know you're a family man. You recently
Yes.
became a dad.
Yes, thank you.
So how's being a husband and father who changed you?
That's the major absolute turning point of my life. So it's, I guess if you'd say it was like a movie, this would be
Yeah.
that anticlimax or
Okay.
the part where it's like starting to get good or get you all interested.
Okay, okay. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
I'm absolutely looking forward to doing all the cool stuff that is you taking and doing, just get a haircut,
Yeah.
soccer practice, everything like that. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm excited
Okay,
too.
okay.
So and it's absolutely my wife. She's awesome. So
Okay.
it's good. It's really good feeling. So.
Okay. So if you can go back in time and look at let's say the 17-year-old Travis, what would you tell him?
Start doing stuff that you love more earlier.
Okay, okay,
Start doing
yeah.
stuff that you love earlier.
Okay.
See, I started doing the stuff that I love late, which was actually something that we're not talking about right now. But that's what I went to the county as an equipment operator.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just a little bit of background. When I was a kid, I used to love playing inside the dirt with the little yellow tractors and dump trucks.
Yeah.
And then fast forward, like 28, 29 years later, that's what I actually went to school for. So, and then started working at the county as an equipment operator. So, dump trucks, backhoes, excavators, all of those, I can run all of those equipment. And I actually went to school for it, like I said, when I was in my 30s. So, that was a little bit too late. And as you can tell, like I said, it was something that I loved ever since I was a kid playing in the dirt. And then to see I came up full circle to grow up to do something which I love,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is still playing in the dirt.
Yeah. So he said when he was in his 30s, I know he looks young, but he just has the good genes.
Yes, thank you, thank you. Yes, I am in my 30s.
Yeah. So interior excavator and bucket loader. Actually,
Yes.
it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun to play with.
Equipment,
That was my
yes.
first time operating that. I was like, this
Yes.
is cool. This is
Yes,
cool. Yeah, that's good.
backhoes. Yes.
So what advice would you give to? I think we covered that already. So just any advice you have for like our young viewers, just in general.
Work hard. Don't be scared to work hard. I know a lot of people say work smarter, not harder, but I feel like it should be work smarter and harder.
Okay. Okay.
So it should be both. It should be work smarter and harder. So don't be scared to work hard. Work hard, especially for what you want. So anything else, it will pay off.
Okay. Okay. Well, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you taking the
Thank
time
you.
to
Thank
talk
you,
with
sir.
us. Definitely a lot of insights there. And as we grow the program, we invite you to come. Come back,
Anytime,
follow up.
Anytime.
And we didn't mention this, but he's also on the board of directors for the foundation. So
Thank you, yes, sir.
he's helping us grow the platform, grow the foundation as well, reach out to more kids. And hopefully soon we can expand it to Jamaica. I know.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. That's the goal.
Okay,
So,
okay, okay. Well, thank you for joining us. This is the first episode. Travis Duffus here, my friend. Oh, by the way, I'm also the godfather to his son. You know, that's a big deal for me. So, yeah.
He'll make an appearance on here.
Okay,
He'll
yes,
make an
yes.
appearance.
Next time we'll come out with Amir. Okay.
All right.
Well, thanks for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your day.